Karinne, Eliane, welcome to Spark TV. I'm so excited to have you both on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Of course. I love it when we've got like two people because it, always makes it fun and it always is interesting, like the different answers to questions. So I'm so glad you could both be here today. Let's just start out by telling everyone who you are and what you do.
You can start.
Well, my name is Eliane Da Silva is the name of the business. Silva, which is my family name. I'm always being a woman in Korea, and I thought I will never retire my life. Always studying, doing degrees and working policy in contract management in government, state and federal government. And then I had to retire and look after my mother. She lives with me. She's 94.
Wow.
So when I reached the retired age, I said, no, I'm going to retire because it was too much stress. And then I decided, then I start to feel a bit isolated. And, like I lost the sense of my life, being studying and working my whole entire life. I never stopped studying. And I said, oh, well, it's time to do something. And then I started crochet, doing crochet for the kids, for the family, blankets. And do you know how we start the business, or you just...
You tell me. I know the story, but our listeners don't know the story, and it's a great story.
Yeah. So my granddaughter asked me, she's 15, Olivia. She asked me, Nana, can you teach me to do crochet? So I gave her the yarn, I gave her a hook, and we started doing something. And I said to her, okay, I taught all the basic stitches, and I said, okay, now you're go home, go to YouTube and find something. So 2 days later, when there, she was doing a bag.
Oh, wow. Yep, a bag. Cool.
And I said, what? You are my mini me. So I call her. So she has the same talent that I have. And the whole thing grew from there. And she said, Nana, I said to her, let's put a business. Yeah. And then she chose the name, she designed the logo, and it grew from there. And then now I'm a very happy retired person because it took all my stress away.
So good. I love it. 3 generations crocheting, beautiful bags.
Then from there, Karinne, and then the other daughter, even my little one, she's 9 now, but at the time she was 7. She said, Nana, I want to be part of the crew as well. And you teaching me how to crochet. So, and that creates a huge bond between me and my granddaughter, especially my mini-me, Olivia, which is the soul of the business.
It's just gorgeous because I'm a knitter and a sewer. I haven't delved into crochet yet. However, I just think it's so beautiful when we pass down crafting skills, and when when generations understand what goes into something that is handcrafted.
Yeah. I start to knit when I was 7.
Wow.
My auntie taught me. So, and even my godmother, she used to do crochet. So when I used to go to her house, I used to sit down next to her and just watching. And just watching, I love it, craft. Yeah. So after I retired, I said, okay, well, I think I found myself again.
She's always been a crafter. She's done knitting, she's done crocheting, she's done sewing. She made my dresses, like for my graduation. She's always been...
I'm a self-learner.
Very talented.
I'm just impressed as well that you told Olivia, go to YouTube and look it up. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're very progressive as well.
It was amazing. When I went there, she did granny square bags. And I
Cool.
said, how you did that? You told me to go on a YouTube. I said, you got a
Oh,
talent, girl. You got,
that is
she's
amazing.
amazing. She's amazing.
That is so cool. So now the business, you have a line of handbags and you also do kits now as well. Is that right?
Yeah, so we created a line of bags for all the different generations. So basically, Olivia was designing some for her age group. Liliana, my older daughter, she was designing some as well. Rose, which is our 9-year-old niece, my 9-year-old niece, she kind of said, well, how about, making some little purses and then adding some chains to it and that type of thing. So we have bags for all different ages, but we also have bags for different occasions. So we didn't want just the tote bag to go to the beach, which Olivia made, or the shopping tote. We wanted to create really fashionable, really elegant bags that you can go to a wedding with, or you can go to, a really nice restaurant. And yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting because was that 3 to 4 years ago, I went to Brazil to visit my family, and then I found out that crochet bag was a huge business in Brazil, in America, in Europe, not in Australia. It took a long time for it start picking up. And I said, oh my goodness, what they doing? So, and then I found this beautiful yarn that I come back to Australia, and I said, okay, let's look for a yarn like I saw in Brazil. I couldn't find anything. So from there, it came our desire to improve what we were doing. So I contacted the company in Brazil and I said, look, do you want us to bring your product to Australia? Yes. So we are representing that company in Australia. So we are bringing to Australia a total new product that people are not used to in Australia. You can go into China, buy, but now we've got in Australia.
So what's so amazing about the Brazilian version of the yarn?
So the yarn is specifically designed for bags. It's a particular material it's got elastin in it. It's really nice to crochet. You can knit with it as well. We're also bringing in polypropylene. So it's a nautical yarn that it's easy to knit and crochet with as well. And
the colors are amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So the bits inside it, so the qualities, it doesn't fade, doesn't fade with sunlight or anything like that. So the colors are really vibrant. There's no knots, so crafters understand that.
Yeah, good, because you don't stop.
Yeah, you just
keep doing
continuous.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. So where can people buy your bags now?
So we've got our bags on our website, and you can customize your bags as well. So we've found that a lot of people through our markets and that type of thing, they want a particular color or a particular style, and so we can customize that so they can order online. We've also got social media, so they can message us through there as well. We've brought out the kits so that the crafters can make it themselves, because a lot of the customers were coming in and saying, oh, we really like this, but my friend would really love to make it herself. And so we came up with that idea of allowing the customers to actually produce their own.
All the improvement we have made along the business is through clients' feedback. It's interesting how the client pushes you to a different direction, even accessories. So, and the other important thing is keep your eye on the trend in terms of accessories, and because you can't find anything in Australia, so you have to bring from overseas. So we keep eyes also on the European style, because in Europe, crochet bags are very expensive. So
yeah, well, it's interesting because, you know, we talk about the craft of it, but it's a real fashion industry trend, isn't it?
It is. Even the big names, are they all bringing crochet bags? Which ones that we?
I've seen like even Prada has
Prada,
crochet tote. Yeah.
all of them bringing crochet bags, and their bags usually is over $2,000.
Yeah, they're very crazy expensive.
I saw one that they sell in the bag. It's like a big travel bag that I can do easily. $25,000.
Wow. Oh my God.
And people pay. Some people pay. So Australia market is really at the beginning. So actually our competitors in Australia are really
not quite there yet.
No, they're trying
you guys are ahead. You're ahead of the market. I love it.
I am. And thanks to my trip to Brazil that I realized, because in Brazil, you can, or in Europe, you can go to a shopping just to buy accessories for bags.
Oh, wow.
Every type of yarn, hardware, everything. Here, there is no shop.
Wow. That's crazy, isn't it?
People are doing fine.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just thinking, is that I wonder if that's where people are going. They're going online for their sourcing. If the industry in Australia just isn't there yet.
No. Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why we're bringing out the kits, but also we're selling the accessories for people to buy for themselves. So you can buy the handles. There's different styles, different colors. You can buy the chains. We've even got zippers that we pre-hole, pre-drill.
Cool.
Crochet, like we want to make it affordable and easy for the crafter to make for themselves.
And I love it. It's so cool.
And the idea for the kids, because the whole idea is to bring the generations together. I'm with daughter, grandmother with granddaughters. And the other day we were in the market, and a little girl, she was seven. And she said, Mama, I want that kit. So when the mama said, okay, well, let's do it. And then I said to her, let's start it. It was amazing. The little girl, she was so happy. And then I said, now you go, do you have a nana? She said, yes, your nana does crochet. And ask her to help you. And it was coming as school holidays, and her mom said, okay, she's going to grandma, and grandma will help her to put the bag together. And I think that is the whole idea of crafting.
I know. Well, I must admit, when my mom and I get together, we knit and we just have a glass of champagne and a little gossip together, and it's the best.
It is, especially in the winter.
Yes, it's so good. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. So how about the business side of the business? How have you gone navigating? You know, obviously you've got this amazing product. You all banded together to produce the amazing product. How are you finding the business side? So the admin, the marketing, has that been a learning curve? How have you felt about that, and how are you managing it between the two of you?
Every day is a learning curve.
Yeah, me too.
Every day we learn so much. It's interesting, through this small market, you learn a lot. The feedback of people, it's amazing. It can be a struggle to manage, especially for Karinne, that she works full time.
Yep.
For us as a woman, struggle is an ongoing struggle to look after house, kids, dinner, and clothes, and plus do the business. So, but we can't give up.
No, it's too good. It is too amazing a product. Yeah.
And women doesn't give up easily.
No, we're very tough, aren't we?
We are. We are not a male.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, that's awesome. What do you think one of the biggest challenges has been so far that you've overcome?
I think it's the website. For me, the website is a major drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, just learning everything like from scratch. Like I'm in teaching, so I didn't know anything about like running a business, although my husband had a business and my dad had his own business as well. But just navigating the social media, the marketing, the little bits and pieces that we have to do every day. You know, it's not just crocheting the bag. For my mom, her big stress reliever is the crocheting. She just wants to sit on the lounge and she just wants to crochet.
Yes.
My mind goes away. I'm in a little world, so comfortable when I'm crocheting to get everything. It is technology is a big challenge.
Yeah. And do you find that's how you stay motivated? So if the business is challenging and the tech is challenging, it's almost the product is kind of the bit that's the joy, actually creating the product.
Yeah, creating the product, but also selling the product and seeing, the interactions of people when we go to the markets. Just, when they order their own, like, they design their own. There was a lady that wanted to go overseas and she wanted a particular bag and she wanted a zipper and she wanted to put her passport in it. So it had to be a particular size. So we made it to her specifics.
Wow.
And it was just lovely to see her opening it and going, wow, this is exactly what I wanted, because it's really hard to find a business out there that actually does all that for you.
Totally.
So that kind of keeps us motivated to find new designs and,
And what I found is the impact in people seeing the bag on the website and actually seeing the market is totally different, because people are not used to bags, especially with the product that we have. It's a totally new product in Australia, not in Europe. In America, it's a big thing, but they need to see it. And through the local markets, and now we are going to big craft exhibition, the feedback has been amazing.
Wow.
And for me, this is what moves me, is the feedback, especially when they look at the product, they say, how can you do this? Or amazing. The most comment that we have is usually seniors stop and say, oh my God, I remember my mom. She used to do, I remember that when I was young, crochet was a big thing in Australia, could find crochet everywhere. So actually it's bringing a lot of people the memories of their childhood.
Yes.
So it's really amazing.
That's so cool. I love it. I know you just made me think. My mum had a crocheted bikini that and it was like, it's hilarious. My mum was like a supermodel, like ballerina, size 6 ton, and she's got this crochet bikini, and I've ended up with it, and I could never wear it, but I always keep it for every time I clean out my closet and every time I move house. I keep it. I'm like, one day I'm gonna like get that framed or something. It's just this gorgeous handmade thing that's iconic 70s, and it's just unreal. So I really resonate with people looking at it and going, oh my God, I remember. Like, it brings back so many memories. It's awesome.
But it's in fashion now.
Yeah.
Even because we are representing circular product in Australia.
Oh, cool.
They have a special yarn that we haven't bought yet. It's a specific design
for bikinis.
For bikinis.
Oh, really?
It's got the elastic in it.
Oh my God, that's
Amazing.
awesome.
We haven't bought yet. We're going to.
Although bikinis in Brazil are a lot different.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
They're
not
a little
much-
bit more body confident. Oh my God, that is amazing. Oh, it's so beautiful. What markets can people find you at?
Well, we've been all around Sydney. We've been to Kirribilli, we've been to Mossman. We're going to be going to, recently we went to the Craft Alive Fair, and we're going to be going to the Quilt and Craft exhibition in Rose Hill in September.
Oh, awesome. I love it. I love it. It's so incredible. It's such a beautiful story, such a beautiful product. We'll definitely link up where everyone can find it and buy a bag of their own. It's so exciting. I always like to leave these podcasts with one last piece of advice. So, reflecting on your time in business, would there be a piece of advice that you would give to other women on their business journey?
I would definitely say believe in your dream, find a gap in the market and stick to it. And because chances are, if you're not able to find something, someone else isn't able to find it either. So if you're able to plug that gap in the market, then you'll be able to sell your products. Networking also is a huge thing, being part of a community, not just of other business owners, but of women in business, because chances are, if you're having if you're having some problems with marketing or sales or this, that, and the other, then, it's everyone that's having the same problem, the same issues. So you can be able to support each other and bounce ideas and work together is really important, I think.
And keep your eyes on the trend. That is very important. What's happened in Europe, what happened in America, because Australia takes a while to follow what's happening outside. Yeah. Like, for example, one lady came to me in the market. She said, "Oh my God, I just came from Greece. A bag like that would cost $600,000.
Wow.
I said, "Oh, wow."
Yeah, incredible.
So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. You are both amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with the Spark community. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. I appreciate you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to tell about us.
Yeah, thank you.